just because. Alright. And I have to click the actual button. Okay, looks like we're good. Showing us live as a whistle, live as can be. Same time as SmackDown, which I have on right now. And, give it a few more seconds. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Alright, another pay-per-view back so soon, eh? Well, NXT had to run their ordeal with Vengeance Day, and it's not exactly like we're gonna wait till next weekend to do it. Otherwise, we'd have back-to-back pay-per-view weekends. Although taking this week means I could have gotten another start on an actual game playthrough, but oh well. Oh friggin' well. Let's just do this. And there will be Vengeance, alright. The second Vengeance event actually held at this particular venue. Well, under the just Vengeance, not Vengeance Day. We are in Charlotte, North Carolina for this, at the Spectrum Center, and oh yeah, it was formerly known as Charlotte Bobcats Arena, but then changed to the Spectrum Center. And I forgot to mention, this is going to be the first major NXT event since the first to be held outside of the Performance Center. I forgot to mention, why am I over the place? I don't know here, but okay, the third annual Vengeance Day for NXT, but this isn't a TV special here. Last year's was. This year isn't. This will be an actual pay-per-view, the first one to air live on Peacock and WWE Network, and the first one to be standalone NXT live streaming event to be held outside of Florida since NXT TakeOver Portland in February 2020, and the second one to be held overall outside of Florida since WrestleMania 38 week event, Stand and Deliver in April of 2022. I'm Coffee Lover 239. With me as always, our resident John Moxley stan, Steven.
What up?
And we've got Aiden, our third wheel.
So,
and let's just not waste any more time now. Let's go. Oh, fudge packer. I forgot to get the thing pulled up. The sound effect transition. Oops. Excuse me 1 second. Okay, thankfully that didn't take very long, so now let's go for real. And the first match up here, if I could, is Roxanne Perez versus Gigi Dolan versus JC Jane in a triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship. On the January 3rd episode of NXT, a brawl broke out amongst many of the female wrestlers. Later that night, NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez announced that a battle royale would occur at NXT New Year's Evil to determine the #1 contender for her title at Vengeance Day. At New Year's Evil, Toxic Attraction members Gigi Dolan and JC Jane were declared co-winners of the Battle Royal after they simultaneously eliminated each other, a la Bret Hart and Lex Luger in 1994. What the fuck is wrong with me? I can't get this right. Well, you know what? Just a slip. A little Freudian slip. So now it was then decided Perez would defend the title in a triple threat match against Dolan and Jane at Vengeance Day. Ugh. Yeah, shades of the 94 Rumble. I don't know. Match may be fine, but... Who you got, Steven?
Who is the...
It's Roxanne Perez, Gigi Dolan, and JC Jane.
Roxanne.
Yeah, she's the current champion. And what about you, Aiden?
Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, I don't think Roxanne's losing that belt until the next big NXT event. So, let's stick with Roxanne Perez on this one. Next match is Apollo Crews versus Carmelo Hayes in a 2 out of 3 falls match. No description on Wikipedia. In fact, there's barely a description even here. The two men have gone back and forth with each other, both claiming to be not only be NXT's most athletic superstar, but the top. So now they know one match alone won't prove anything, so they've agreed to a 2 out of 3 falls match. Who's your pick, Steven?
I got me think, Carmelo.
And what about you, Aiden?
I'll say Apollo.
Oh, I have to be the tiebreaker. I'm giving this one to Carmelo Hayes. We gotta make him look strong here on this one. Transition into the next. And before we do, I want to make sure... Oh, hey, there you are, Jesse. Good to see you. B-Day coming up, Steven Aiden, hello, Roxanne, and you say Carmelo Hayes. Now give us it for this next one. It's Katana Chance and Kaden Carter versus Fallon Henley and Kiana James in a tag team match for the NXT Women's Tag Team Champion. What's the backstory, you ask? Fallon Henley and Kiana James have not seen eye to eye in recent months, with James threatening Henley's livelihood by attempting to buy her family bar. In recent weeks, James has shown a change of heart due to her infatuation with Henley's friend, Brooks Jensen. Now that the women are the number one contenders for the NXT Women's Tag titles, can they coexist in order to win their first championship in NXT? That fucking trope needs to die. It seriously needs to die 1,000 deaths. Oh, and I can see it looks like Roman and the Usos, or at least Solo there. No one knows Jay. Jay's not with them right now. No fucking word. Oh, poor Caleb Braxton is getting the shaft right now. Phrasing, yeah. Anyways, who's your pick, Steven?
I have no idea who these people.
You have no idea.
Fuck, I forgot who these people.
You forgot Katana Chance and Kaden Carter versus Fallon Henley and
No, I just don't know. I forgot who these are. I'm just gonna go on a limb because I don't know any of these, and I'm gonna go with Katana Chance and Kaden Carter.
The current women's tag champs. And
okay, I go with them.
I'll go with the champs retaining.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on this one. The champs will retain. Next. Finally, some actual meat we can savor on our freaking bone here. New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods versus Gallus, Mark Coffey and Wolfgang versus Pretty Deadly, Elton Prince and Kit Wilson versus Chase University, Andre Chase and Duke Hudson in a fatal four-way tag team match for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Now, where is it? An NXT deadline, SmackDown's The New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods defeated Pretty Deadly. Well, I already said their names earlier, so I don't need to say them again, to win the NXT Tag Team Championship. At NXT New Year's Evil, the returning Gallus won a gauntlet match to become the number one contenders for the NXT Tag Team Championship, lastly eliminating Pretty Deadly. But the following week, Pretty Deadly interrupted the New Day as they spoke in the ring, followed by Gallus, and then a brawl started between all the three teams, which led to Pretty Deadly being added to the match, turning it into a triple threat tag team match. On the January 24th episode of NXT, the New Day announced a tag team invitational match between the Dyad, Jagger Reed and Rip Fowler, Chase University, and Malik Blade and Edris Enof for the following week's episode, where the winners would be added to the title match, which was won by Chase University. And right now on SmackDown, it's Braun Strowman and Ricochet are about to face... What's their name? Oh, I see you commenting there. I see your message, Jesse. And shit row indeed. Against Imperium. Okay.
So I don't...
Are the Pretty Deadly what? Never mind. What about you, Steven? Who you got? Who you got for this match?
I got New Day.
New Day, huh? And, what about you, Aiden?
New Day rocks.
I guess since this isn't technically not a WrestleMania weekend pay-per-view, yeah, I'll just go with the New Day for now. But I do wonder how long they're going to keep this reign going in NXT. I know they probably still don't have much to do on the main roster right now because, well, the Usos still have things on lock, although that may be imploding as we speak. But I do wonder how long left they'll have left on this reign. But for now, the New Day shall retain. Oh crap, there we go. Hold on, now we can Sorry, I had a little slip up there, actually. Next match is, it's Wesley versus Dijak for the NXT North American Championship. So after Wesley's successful North American Championship defense on the November 22nd, 2022 episode of NXT, Dijak made his return to NXT and attacked Lee from behind. Dijak previously performed in NXT as Dominik Dijakovic before being demoted to Raw under that shit name I will never utter again here. And at NXT New Year's Evil, Dijak defeated Tony D'Angelo to become the #1 contender to Lee's title, and the match was scheduled for Vengeance Day. So yeah, even though Dijak is just going to a more, well, he's looking more like Sylvester Stallone's character in Cobra, which in turn was part inspiration for Kenny Omega's gimmick of the cleaner. No, I will not say it, Jesse. Why don't you go sit on it? Alright, who you got, Steven?
Oh.
Who?
No, I'm just, Wesley.
Alright.
No, yeah, Wesley.
Wesley. What about you, Aiden? Aiden, hello.
I'll go Wesley.
Alright, Wesley. This is a tough one for me. I really... Oh, ha ha ha. Very funny, Jesse. This is a tough one for me, actually, because here's the thing. Wesley's had at least a solid 105 days with the belt. Just maybe a little on the lower end of the run, but you know what? It's still decent, all things considered. You give him at least till tomorrow, and he'll probably overtake Isaiah Swerve Scott. On the other hand, Dijak has never held the belt, at least, yeah, I'm not seeing him on this list here. He has not held the belt, so I don't know. We have had transitional champions. I would say Wesley is more than transitional at this point because he's held the belt since October 22nd, 2022. But I don't know. Yes, I know Nash Carter's return needs to happen, but I don't know if they're actually going to or not. That's the thing. I don't know. Alright, this might... Let me actually take a look and see real quick. I normally wouldn't look at the odds in this instance, but I'm actually very lost with this, and it's still on the Braun Ricochet against Imperium. And right now, I have no idea. Oh, come on. Is seriously a video? Just give me the actual full description, you cowards. You cowards. Yeah. Okay, where is it? You know what? I'm just gonna say Wesley for now here. I'm interested in 3 out of the 3 matches for this card. That's like half the friggin' card itself, man. I'm gonna have to go with Wesley. They might give him a little longer, at least until the next run. Plus, Dijak's been doing fine on TV from what I've seen, so maybe he might be okay. And finally, presumably our main event for the evening because it's in last place. And they went to commercial already for that match. Alright, we don't even get picture-in-picture for that, but whatever. Anyway, Braun Breaker versus Grayson Waller in a steel cage match for the NXT Championship. So at New Year's Evil, Braun Breaker defended the NXT Championship match against Iron Survivor Challenge winner Grayson Waller. During the match, Waller stood on the middle rope to perform a move, but the rope broke, causing him to fall out of the ring. Waller was unable to make it back into the ring in time to beat the referee's 10 count. Thus, Breaker retained by countout. Later that night, NXT lead official Shawn Michaels announced that due to issues with the ropes, the rematch would occur at Vengeance Day, this time as a steel cage match. So this should be, something. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
Shoot. Braun.
Oh yeah, Braun Breaker. Sorry, I'm getting it confused because Braun Strowman's having a match right now. But yeah, sorry. Mine's all over the place. Aiden, who's your pick?
Braun Breaker.
I gotta agree with you on this one. Braun's having one hell of a reign despite a little bit of a rocky start, to say the very least. And right now, we are still waiting. If we can get him long enough, he might actually surpass Adam Cole if he can make it to the next Stand and Deliver by then as the champion. It'll probably take him about 27 or so, if you give or take. 27 if you give or take days from my look. So I'm going to go with Braun Breaker. Ooh, and out comes a returning star. Who do you think that's going to be that returning star? Hey! No, I don't. Don't put words in my mouth, or you can go sit on it, too. Oh, my God. No, that's the last person we need right now, honestly. You know, I'm going to go with Braun Breaker to retain on this one. And that's it. Oh, I think now we sped it even faster. I don't know. This is what happens when you're fighting with a bunch of other troubles and stuff. And yeah. Jesse, do let us know when your what day you're, honestly, who I can see returning. Yeah, honestly, I do want to know. Or is it actually... Well, do let us know when your birthday is coming up, basically, what day it is, so, we could do something. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, that's pretty much the card. It looks alright. Honestly, this definitely feels like a stopgap or stand and deliver. But we do have one other one other place to go to before we get to stand and deliver on the WWE side of things. And that will be the Elimination Chamber. But that's not until the 18th, so I guess we'll probably meet back around on the 17th at this same time, basically. This is honestly the more exciting pay-per-view going on with everything here and with where it's being held. So, yeah, we're probably just gonna do that. Oh, I think someone's streaming SmackDown right now, actually, over there. So, let me answer any last-minute questions here before we sign out. There it is. Ilya Dragunov or Mark Coffey or... Oh, God, no. Not Goldberg. No. Not Bobby Fish. Oh, whatever. Alright, I think we should just wrap it up. Do I walk with Elias? You asked me that earlier. And too bad, because Elias ain't on SmackDown right now. Not right now, because he's on Raw. And SmackDown is what's on right now. And I think someone is actually streaming that elsewhere. So no, but do tell us when your birthday actually is, and maybe we can do something special. If there's no other questions, I'll just go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you, Steven.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Aiden, by the way, for both of you for doing what you do.
No problem.
And the next pay-per-view we will hit will be Elimination Chamber. We won't be here next week, thankfully, but probably the week after at the same time. Does that sound good, fellas? 17th at the same time?
Yep.
Alright, I gotcha. That should be a hell of a pay-per-view, too, so we're going to wrap that up there, and with that, thank y'all for watching. You're welcome, Jesse, and till the next round, alright? So, see you guys.
See ya.
Alright, we'll see.
And